And we made it to Fuji Highland today. Got here for the Ace trip. And it's supposed to rain like crazy today. So we're hoping to get on Do-Dodonpa before anything else. Want to get a picture? So we're gonna hustle it to Do-Dodonpa, because that's the coaster I did this trip for, was that coaster specifically. That's the reason I wanted to do this trip 4 years ago, because I knew they were gonna do something to it. Alright. We're hurrying. Scott, hurry. We're doing Do-Dodonpa. That's the ride I have to do. Alright, so we booked it to Do-Dodonpa, and there's already a line here. And there's nobody in the parking lot too. This is gonna be interesting. But yeah, this is the world's listen to that thing. Holy crap. This is going to be one of the most intense roller coasters in the world. And I noticed it has a little bit of a shuffle in the brake run, so it might be a little rough too. And it's got the big loop like full throttle. Okay, I just got off of Do-Dodonpa. Holy crap. That was one of the most craziest coasters I've ever ridden. We just got off of Takabisha, the park's Eurofighter, and it's very similar to Hang Time, but with a launch. It's got that like almost dive coaster moment where it kind of hangs over, and it's got the world's steepest drop at 122 degrees. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. It's a little rough, and it's got the banana roll, which is an interesting inversion. It's almost like a cobra roll, but it never comes back out, and it's just one inversion. It was pretty good though. So we're waiting for the 4D coaster. I think it's Ijanka or Janka. And got some green tea ice cream and deep fried chicken. So hopefully that's pretty good. We're gonna try that out. So this is kind of a shorter vlog because we only got on 2 coasters today. It's been raining pretty heavily. We got in line for Fujiyama, and right as we got in line, it closed down for weather. Fujiyama's pretty resistant to rain. It went quite a while before it closed, but this is really bad today. We waited a long time for the 4D to open. We waited out in front of there for like an hour, hour and a half. Never opened. Got on Do-Dodonpa and Takabisha. Both were great coasters. Those were great. I think this one actually would have been the best one in the park, which is why I'm a little bit sad I didn't get to ride it. And I would have loved to ride the 4D coaster as well. That would have been great. But I've been so lucky with getting on coasters that should not have been open when I went. So I honestly cannot complain. It's a little bit of a shame because it's this far across the world. But I really can't complain because I got really lucky when I went to Dollywood, because Lightning Rod was shut down for 3 weeks prior to that trip, and it was closed the first day I was there and reopened miraculously with no warning the second day I was there. And I got 5 rides on Lightning Rod, so I can't complain about that. I think there was another thing that should have been closed like recently on my trip, on like one of my trips. Yeah, I think there's something that should have been closed that was open on one of my trips. So I've gotten, what is going on over here? I guess this is where all the Ace people are lining up underneath Do-Dodonpa's launch. Because it's kind of indoors. Oh, and if you do come in through this gate right here, the the best way to get to Do-Dodonpa is actually go right underneath this, or actually no, I think the tunnel's right there. And there's actually a tunnel over there and it goes right over to there. Looks like they made the decision. It looks like we're leaving. So that's going to be the short vlog from Fuji Highland today. And I actually really enjoyed this park. Their operations when the rides were running were actually really, really good. They may have done it just for Ace, maybe. Because apparently when TPR came, they gave them bad reviews. So maybe they were like, well, this time let's not do that. So that possibly, and here's the shortcut to Do-Dodonpa. So if you ever come here, take that shortcut right here as soon as you get through this main gate. Well, it takes your picture as well. That's how the admission works here. So that's kind of cool. Their admission thing is really interesting. So they scan your ticket at the front, they take your picture, and then on every ride, because I think it's also like a pay per ride kind of thing, but you can get like an all day thing. They actually take your picture in front, like when you get to the top of the queue line in the station, they take your picture again and it recognizes your face and it says you're good to ride based on your ticket. So I think that's a really cool system. And they got this area outside the park that is really unique. It's I thought it was like it's like that French area at Universal Studios Hollywood on the way like to the Minions area. It's kind of nice, or like Busch Gardens almost. Just kind of like random. I guess it's kind of like their version of City Walk. It's pretty cool.